Right, this is an Acer Nitro 5 AN517 17-inch screen laptop. And I'm going to show you how to remove the screen. If we get a few tools like a spudger, or metal or plastic, whatever you want to use, start by removing the bezel off the top right hand corner. The way you want to do this is to pull it towards you, the prying tool, and that would separate the clips from the back panel. What you want to do is continue working your way around from one side to the other. Try and zoom in a bit more so you can see. So keep bending the tool up and down so you're able to separate the two plastic pieces from each other. I'm using a guitar pick here, which gives you a bit more flexibility and safe play in the repair. Try not to break any clips. In this particular repair laptop, it's difficult to break off any clips as it's an expensive laptop, this one. Try and use both hands to obviously one left hand to hold and the other hand to you're using the tool one hand, and the other hand you want to hold the bezel, and make your way towards the left hand side all the way down. And in this instance you can continue with the tool, but you can also use your hands to pull the bezel out at the bottom, because it's much more easy to hold. Don't worry too much about the screen, because the screen's already damaged and needs replacing anyway. I'm just working my way up to the other side. So once you've done that, remove the bezel and place aside, and then you want to remove the screws to at the top, 6 at the bottom, that holds the hinges. there's three either side of the corner. Want to unscrew. This laptop has adhesive on the brackets stuck on the actual back of the LCD screen, which I want to show you after. As you can see, this is these are the brackets that are glued to the laptop screen. So you want to release those. There's different ways of doing it. The way that I chose to do is to use a hot air gun. Try and use the prying tools to try and separate the brackets from the screen, but don't bend or force it. And so I couldn't get the right hand side off, so now I'm trying on the left hand side. So I decided to use the heat gun method and apply a heat gun over that. If you don't want to use the heat gun, you can use hair dryer, hot hair dryer. So there, I've applied the heat gun on that side, and I'm going to continue on the next side. Even redistribute the heat. Don't spend too much. Probably about 6 to 8 seconds, and then pull it off. Pull the bracket off. Separate the bracket from the screen. Don't try and force it. So you can see you've got two pieces of adhesive on each side. And then what I do is remove the remove the video cable. Firstly, removing the sticker. Carefully peel the sticker off. Don't force anything. because if you pull that, then it would rip out the cable from the actual smaller cables inside. Once you've done that, you then want to on the new screen, you want to, on the replace screen, you want to replace the adhesive stickers. So try to measure the replace stickers to the original. That's 2 on each side, and carefully replace the LED cable. Sorry, don't replace the cable, but replace the connection, and carefully slot the cable back in and firmly press. Make sure you really have the cable to click into place, otherwise it would not display any output when you turn the computer on. Once you place you replaced your 4 stickers, using a double-sided 3M tape there, 5mm width. Let me know if you wanted to know more about the tape, or a holder example. So now I'm pinning up the stickers to enable the stickiness to click on back onto the brackets, and carefully securing the LED screen back into its original position. And try and make contact, try and enable the adhesive to make full contact with the brackets, but don't press using your thumbs to press too hardly on the screen, otherwise you end up breaking a second screen, which you obviously don't want. These screens are very expensive, about 115, 110, 115 pounds. So make sure it's well secured onto the metal brackets. And place the cable inside the hooks on the rear panel, so that it make sure it's not loose or hanging out once the laptop is put back together, or it's within the catchment areas of the plastic clips, which may end up damaging the cables. Make sure you check these before securing the laptop in its final position. And secure the laptop and its bracket, the screen and the brackets into the screw holes. Align them to the holes into its correct position. Working your way around, using your thumb, working your way around the antenna cables. And what you want to do is place the bezel back on. So here I'm just replacing the screws. Screwing back the screen to the laptop. It comes up to about 8 screws altogether. Now you want to get the bezel and place it back into its original position. And before you do that, you want to remove the screen protector and check for any remaining cables that may be sticking out. So pull that over and out. So carefully use both hands to work your way up the sides of the laptop to clip in the bezel. You also want to test the screen. Actually, I actually tested the screen before I clipped in the bezel and even put the screws in. But you want to test the screen as soon as you install the laptop. As soon as you place the video cable into the screen, you want to test the screen by turning the computer on. So make sure that you press down all the way around the perimeter of the bezel Make sure it's everything's clicked into place. Use both hands if necessary. On this particular instance, the anode, it was sticking out, and realised the antennae cable was in the way. What I'm doing here is I'm using the tool to remove the antennae cable, or the tweezers, to remove any protruding cables, antennae cable, and then placing them back. I'm sorry, taking the cable out, put it out of the grooves, make sure they're in the right grooves, and then out of the way the clips of the bezel, so that will enable a proper secure connection. So always check that you're placing the antenna cable in the right grooves. And after that, you want to turn on the computer to test if it's working, and yeah, screen is working completely fine, and you know that you have successfully completed your laptop repair, screen replacement. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe.